You smoke crack, don't you?
There you go. More smoke.
Applying pressure, we gon' press them with some steppers. Give you this business, we got work, no, you can't help them. We certified in this walk, you been out Tesla. Better call us Israelites when you address them. Applying pressure, we gon' press them with some steppers. Give you
They say they are them that keep the commandments, cause them have the right to the tree of life and can go through the gate into the city. Cause without, them a dog.
Thy kingdom come is told meg, so obey the Mosaic, nigga, that's crazy. Like the captivity when holy Moses stole the locust, scoliosis, get back crazy. Christ the living water, free to wave, will behave. I need a slave, Mr. Passways. He just laughed and said, nigga, it ain't over till then seen a higher choir full of fat ladies. Hamashiach birth was perfect, he don't act shady. Spirit dope from the womb like a crack baby. We Christ followers, let America meet the black Navy. And watch this privileged Christian cracker like black slave. Israelites, bitch, we humongous. Wives Q and Q the cucumber. I prep twice, my mind 2 bunkers. Voice of choice to the newcomers. My Micah Myers, I need blue jumpers. 300 kosher soldiers, Leonidas. Awards ready, Gideon Titus. No being nice, a knife to Dionysus. Maul all heathens, I quit being biased. The key to tree of life is being pious.
You loudmouth bitches barking at the dog whisperer. You will catch these paws in the name of the living word. I don't pump fake, I'm a pivot around this perimeter. They bite the jab step, whole time I'm checking your temperature. I can minister this literature in a verse into integers. All the babes in the truth weaned off the milk, it'll quench your thirst. We are holy people, that's set apart like a room full of introverts. I guarantee you have never heard that up in your church. You see this woolly hair, plus my feet the color of brass. I'm just here to prophesy, my foot going up your ass. I'm smirk, while others chuckle, I'm glad I can make you laugh. Come on and sign a death row, all I need is your autograph. I got a stick in my hand like I'm ready to play fetch. You brag about your hands, but there's nothing you can't catch. I'm a landlord, no dog trying this complex. Been stepping on shit, can't keep my feet off next.
Yeah, man, tell them boy I say, yo, you know hear me chain? Yo, hold my glasses, let me talk to them boy, yo. You sitting at the kingdom. You know see my mansion right there, sir. You know see my car. Yeah, man, you know see it, you know? Yo, Christian Corey. Now look for them now. Them outside of the gate and them can't come in. We eat everlasting fruit. No more pain, no more hunger. Just riches and wealth and good life and living. But because you don't keep the commandments of the Most High, you're outside of the gate now and you can't come in, yeah.
Deacon, only 12 tribes in the kingdom, the dogs are outside, weeping and gnashing the teeth. You hear the outcries, to get there you gotta be humble and denounce pride. They in awe when them chariots come, you see them mouth wide. Shout out to the northern kingdom, but I'm from Southside. We outside doing the work, you on the couch fried, the greasiest. The flow was easiest, swatting house flies. The big shark that outgrew his tank, you niggas trout size. Edomites faking the truth, but they about lies. Niggas don't pop it, they gossiping like some housewives. They call it Sakari for a reason. We throwing out knives, y'all lukewarm newborns. I like devout guys, you think you confident in the spirit until the doubt rise. Family of the word, you won't hear it until the drought dies. I was in the streets like a Muslim, handing out pies. The big cat comes in the room and watch the mouse hide.
Hey, Deacon, use your inside voice. You ain't outside. Out lies the white man by the gate and he listening. Stubby voice of many waters, go switch to your pictures thin. You embarrassing our fathers, be proper. Sit with men and cross your legs, straighten up your posture and lift your chin. Be master's pattern model when the Oscar shit bitch pretend. Man, why the hell I'm pushing Stockholm? Now that Abraham Stockholm, Jerusalem. I'm by Yahweh, fuck a goof too. Yahweh shy, pluck a tooth loose. He that lead of luck a noose loop. Syrophoenician, fuck a deuce. Carbon fifth, chuck a few loose. Duck, yep, a goose loose. Brain splatter, call a couscous. Then danced on it, bust a deuce. Recruiting fruit, yep, a poop coop. Body of Christ, looking Bruce. Big dog, look a cop pull it until they click and load them. She no swift as eagles aboard the seat out her nigga scrotum. Put the stick in the V flying until they Jimmy Crow. Robbing Jews and Jews of Judas, can't send a chicken on them. But with Christ, bird's eye view, precision vision, show them firebomb and shit out the sky. Dot them, we semicolon. I hawk them down, walk them down, convict the sentence on them. They take them through it, make them do it, pigeonhole them. We did them foul, but fair. We read the holy prophets in context and we parroted verbatim. Esau's church that's out here winging it. Culture vultures. Christian.
So here one now. Arm to them boy, man. Them not even know if them serve God the right way. They live a righteous and positive life. There are bare things the most I have for them. Yo, a long time I watching Corey. A bare things you go on with the most I respect, you know. A man of intelligence and excellence, you know. One man who read the Bible and live it. And instead of just talk the talk, yeah, walk the walk, Corey.
My water straight from the dawn. We built the altar with the unhewn stones. Roam through the city, all we see is these bones. So my face like flint till I wake a couple souls. A prophet hated by his own, so the father sent his son to bring the tribes of Jacob home. Jumping through these traps, cause they tryna see us gone. But we walking through the fire just like Daniel and his bros. From Bereshit to her zone, we stay inside the book because the book is all we own. Heritage and you better hold it on. We like David fighting giants with no armor on a stone. We face east cause a car home. We face east just to call home. We can't sleep till we all home. We won't rest till they all gone. So I guess that we be calling out they all bones. Bless the seed, invest the deep in the laws of our God. Niggas Elohim, Shema, Warapah, all the side Nakim, Barakatah, Yahweh, and Mashad Nakim. Bless the seed, invest the deep in the laws of our God. Niggas Elohim, Shema, Warapah, all the side Nakim, Barakatah, Yahweh, and Mashad Nakim. From Bereshit to the books in Greek, the dragon took the sheep. Man, the book complete. The father looked for peace, but we shouldn't the beast. Now we up until our power put the hook in cheek. Shema, Yasha Allah, Abanawa, Yahweh, Ahad. He the tower till he give us the power of God. Though in the tower you will never devour a tribe. The Lord despised all you devils, your hours arrive. Bless the seed that kept the peace. Never forgot the poor and he kept the feast. I'm trying to dodge destruction, they can't stop the seed. Barakatah, Yahweh, and Mashad Nakim. Bless the seed that kept the peace. Never forgot the poor and he kept the feast. Trying to dodge destruction, they can't stop the seed. Barakatah, Yahweh, and Mashad Nakim. Some of y'all want to hear something good, right? That's why y'all clicked on the track. You thought you was gonna get something. Well, guess what? We aiming at you. Bah! They come with the smoke, under the coat. I've been younger before, dumber and broke. But I can see a fake Jake from a long way, way away. Stay in the spirit and watch it just like smoke. Come with the smoke, under the coat. I've been younger before, dumber and broke. I can see a fake Jake from a long way away. Stay in the spirit and watch it just like smoke. Come with the smoke, under the coat. I've been younger before, dumber and broke. I can see a fake Jake from a long way away. Stay in the spirit and watch it just like smoke. come with the smoke, under the coat. I've been younger before, dumber and broke. I can see a fake Jake from a long way away. Stay in the spirit and watch it just like away. Smoke. Now my brothers keep swords and you know that. Light like midnight, black like Kodak. Ready for smoke, cause details like females. We don't share it, they ain't for retail. Just know that the spirit of love, spirit of grace and all the above. I remember being young, dumb, stupid, riding around, having problems with other brothers I knew nothing about. But now we push community, now we look for unity, trying to get it synergy. A lot of y'all eulogy may well read. I only come around when the smoke is something to see. You ain't a brother to me, you just a hating Satan. Need to repent for the spirit on you is taken away. Seen this title, thought the story would tell. I guess our people still under us, but ain't no smoke. You won't smoke, so I kinda don't last. The type of brother y'all wish I gon' pass. You won't smoke, you came for smoke, that's what you gon' get. Aim the cannon at you, let you get smoked down. You won't smoke, so I kinda don't last. The type of brother y'all wish I gon' pass. You won't smoke, you came for smoke, that's what you gon' get. Aim the cannon at you, let you get smoked down. They come with the smoke, under the coat. I've been younger before, dumber and broke, but I can see a fake Jake from a long way away. Stay in the spirit and watch it just like away. Smoke. Come with the smoke, under the coat. I've been younger before, dumber and broke. I can see a fake Jake from a long way away. Stay in the spirit and watch it just like away. Smoke. Come with the smoke, under the coat. I've been younger before, dumber and broke. I can see a fake Jake from a long way away. Stay in the spirit and watch it just like away. Smoke.
Me and my brothers, they gon' roll for me. They oppose me. They get souls for me. Me and my brothers, they gon' roll for me. They oppose me. They get souls for me. Me and my brothers, they gon' roll for me. They oppose me. They get souls for me. Me and my brothers, they gon' roll for me. They oppose me. They get souls for me. Me and my brothers, Saturdays, we be out teaching on corners. We be out speaking to corners, hoping to bring a few fish to the Adawan. We be out teaching in Babylon. A lot of these niggas can't phase us. A lot of these brothers we speaking to wanna bring kingdom to white-again nations. And we just want reparations. And we just wanna see Esau in chains. Half of you niggas saw Django in chain. Half of you niggas saw Toya a slave. Still wanna say the oppressor. This is a cut, keep it a buck. None of my brothers is keeping it shut. Open the book and we bringing them cuts. Every baby we bringing them up. Elevation, we teaching them what? The Bible is prophecy, look in the book. The Bible is prophecy, look in the book. We've been looking at pages. Now we can see that it's talking to me. Now we can see that it's talking to we. Posted up, deep, bringing water for free. My brothers, they gon' roll for me. They oppose me. They get souls for me. Me and my brothers, they gon' roll for me. They oppose me. They get souls for me. Me and my brothers, they gon' roll for me. They oppose me, they get souls to me. Me and my brothers, they gon' roll for me. They oppose me, they get souls to me. Me and my brothers, 7 days, we be out teaching them corners. We be out teaching the corners, teaching them put something through on your borders. 7 days, we be out teaching them corners. We be out teaching them through on your borders. 7 days, we be out teaching the corners. We be out teaching the corners. Teaching them put something through on their borders. 7 days, we be out teaching them corners. We be out teaching the corners, teaching them put something through on their borders. 7 days, we be out teaching them corners. We be out teaching the corners, teaching them put something through on your borders. 7 days, we be out teaching them corners.
First and foremost, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Mashiach Yahushua, that's God in the name of his son, Jesus the Christ. All right, we're known the House of Saints, Ashar Kadash Yarak, which means happy new moon in the Hebrew, the 8th month of the Hebrew calendar. All right, we live in the school. All right, put that on live. Yeah. I mean, the camera. Oh, you got the background going. All right, bet. All right, all praises, all praises. All right, man. So listen, first new moon in the school, all praises to the Most High for that. All right. And then tomorrow, we got Sabbath morning brew with this brother, Aharon, in the building. You know what I'm saying? And then we got our community service, man. We already been letting the people know. We got flyers in the store. We got flyers in the gambling spot right next to the school. So Most High willing, people come through. Y'all can still donate just in case we need something last minute. $sign AHOS School. We appreciate everybody that's donated thus far. All right. I'm not going to hold y'all long. All right. It's a feast day, so we're going to eat, drink, and be merry. Somebody's getting whooped in spades. You know. Checkers, Connect Four, whatever you want, you can get it. Right. However you would like to take your L. All right. If you in the school, go ahead and put your phones on silent. You know what I'm saying? I gotta check my joint too. All right. Yeah, so we're gonna actually rise and face the east. If you can put that on the screen. I think, yeah, Jonathan got it. We're gonna rise and face the east. We're gonna throw up these prayers real quick. And then we're gonna get into the class. The class is entitled The Effect of the Curses in Real Life. All right. If you're watching the class, you already know about the curses of Deuteronomy 28. These are the things that brought us into the truth, right? The knowledge of Deuteronomy 28. But we're going to look at the effects of the curses in real life, because a lot of times we get comfortable, a lot of times we get stagnant, and we forget what brought us in this thing in the first place. So we came into it from a history standpoint, but we're going to see what it looked like in real life. All right, so we're going to rise and face the east real quick, throw up these prayers, and we're going to get into it. All right, this is the book of Psalm, chapter 81 and verse 3. And it reads, blow up the trumpet in the new moon and the time appointed on our solemn feast day, for this was a statute for Israel and a law of the God of Jacob.
All right, Khan. So we're going to do the Adawan Palal first, to the best of our ability. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwavka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Isha, Barataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathan Lanawa, Lakam, Call Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kawawathnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kawawath Yanawa, Wala'a, Tabayanawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwav, Waha'ala, Wahataparath, Lai Walamyam, Aman.
This is Matthew 6, 9 through 14 in English. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Man.
Man. Yahweh. Takak. Rawak. Kwadashka. Mamanaya. Ana. Aman. And that's Yahweh, do not take your Holy Spirit away from me, I pray thee. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wayasha'ala, Waihabayathium, Shaparium. And that's Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Bless us and Israel and the house of books, which is the school. Barakatah Yahweh, Hahawa'ah, Nathan Lanawa, HaTorah Ra. Barakatah Yahweh, who giveth us the light to, or the law. Salakia. Barakatah Yahweh, Hahawa'ah, Nathan Lanawa, a war, La Ra'ah. And that's blessed are you, Yahweh, that giveth us a light to see. Barakatah Yahweh, Hahawa'ah, Nathan Lanawa, Hayal Quran, Lakah Ha'im. And that's blessed are you, Yahweh, that giveth us the ram's horn to call the people. All praise to the Most High.
All praises, all praises. All right, once again, all right, today's class. All right, first and foremost, you already know what it is. When you enter the building, you got to like, share the video. Give me the key to unlock the door. Like and share the, tell me what key it is, so you know. The video when you enter the building, Baba Kashab, make sure somebody who does not know about this truth watches this particular class. Because a lot of times when you come into the truth, you already know Deuteronomy 28 and you never really hear it again. Or if you do hear it again, you kind of tune it out because you already know it. You know what I'm saying? So I try to come with a different angle today. So hopefully y'all enjoy the class. Once again, the name of the class is The Effect of the Curses in Real Life. We got a visitor in the building. So what we actually going to do, we're going to start from Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. All right. And matter of fact, yeah, let me see where I want to start at. Just so we can give a little context to why we even going into this chapter. Actually, I want to start at Deuteronomy 28, right? Matter of fact, give me Jeremiah 17 and 4. That's where I want to start. Give me Jeremiah 17 and 4. That's where we're going to start at. All right.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt continue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For you have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
This is a prophecy about the children of Israel. The children of Israel strayed away from the Most High God. So as a result, they kindled a fire in the Lord's anger, which burned forever, and he allowed them to serve their enemies in a land that they did not know. Right? Read it one more time for me.
Come on. Jeremiah 17 and 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
So one of the main points is that the children of Israel was going to discontinue from their heritage. We all know this. We all heard this before, right? Now, when we on the streets, a lot of times we ask this question: what is the heritage of the black man, woman, and child in America? And we hear all types of crazy answers. Breakdancing, watermelon, fried chicken. How is that a heritage? You ask the Chinese man what his heritage is, he going to give you something that you never heard of, that only his people know about. Something that they do on a yearly basis, you know what I'm saying, annually, and nobody else outside of their culture knows about this, right? The Chinese man cook fried chicken in your hood in every city in America. He know about fried chicken. Food Lion sell watermelon. So they selling your heritage at the store and at the Chinese spot up the street? That doesn't make any sense. The white woman was breakdancing at the Olympics, and it was terrible. Let's start there, right? But so she's just doing your heritage at the Olympics. They didn't pick one of you. Did a black man win that breakdancing competition in the Olympics? No, but that's your heritage. That doesn't make any sense. You got something? Let's get what our heritage is real fast. Let's get Sirach 17 and 11.
God.
And Sirach is Ecclesiasticus and that little book that I gave you, the little one. Ecclesiasticus chapter 17 and verse 11. I ain't give her one, my bad. Tyler or Ashton. Oh, she, all right, y'all good, for sure. My bad, I don't know what in the world I was on.
All right, all praises. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 17 and verse 11. Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for inheritance.
Let's start at verse 10 just to make it sound better.
Verse 10, and the elect shall praise his holy name.
The Bible says that the elect shall praise God's holy name. Ecclesiasticus chapter 17, verse 11. We started at 10. We actually starting at 10. All right, we're going to read that again.
Khan, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 17 and verse 10. And the elect shall praise his holy name.
Mm-hmm.
Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for inheritance.
So knowledge and the law of life was the heritage given to the elect. But we about to find out, we have to find out who the elect is. Now, we be in church, and the pastor, you talking to somebody who's been in church 24 years of my life before I came into the truth. I know all about it. The pastor give you one verse, and that's his subject verse for his hooping and hollering and his speech that he gives for an hour and a half, and he don't never go back to the scripture. So he will read this and not even tell you who the elect is. Because as far as I know, November 5th, one person is going to get elected for president, for the main job. One person. It's not going to be 3. It's not going to be 15. It's going to be 1. One person is going to be elected for vice president. You see what I'm saying? So elect is a very specific thing for a very specific group of people in the Bible. Said the elect is going to praise God's holy name. We got to find out who the elect is. You get your precept and you get yours. Go ahead.
All right, the book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 4.
Let everybody get that real quick. Yeah. When everybody has it, say calm.
I be so used to running through precepts. Salaki, y'all.
No.
I be running through them.
Isaiah
45 and 4.
45 and verse 4. I'm gonna go there with you.
I be trying to fit all them precepts in like the little bit of time I be having with y'all.
The little bit of time.
A little bit of time. You know what I'm saying? Don't be enough time in the day. It's 12 hours in a day, brother.
All right, bring it out.
All right, Con. The book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 4. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, my elect, I have called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me.
So the children of Israel is God's elect. Children of Israel is God's chosen. Now some of y'all might be, well, who's them people over there in Israel right now? These are imposters. And we're going to go through these curses. That's why we started how we started. Because it said you would discontinue from your heritage. So the curse is going to do something very special. We're going to go to Deuteronomy and prove that. You got some?
Yeah, I got some.
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Because he's bringing out something mighty about an inheritance that was given to us, given to the elect. So I want to go to the book of Ecclesiasticus in the same book at chapter 24. And I want to read down a little bit. Well, I'm going to start at verse 20. It says, for my memorial, y'all there? 24 and 20. Let's start there. So, y'all got it? Kind, all praises. It says, for my memorial is sweeter than honey, and my inheritance than the honeycomb. They that eat me shall yet be hungry, and they that drink me shall yet be thirsty. He that obeyeth me shall never be confounded, and they that work by me shall not do amiss. All these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High God, even the law which Moses commanded for us as an heritage unto the congregation of Jacob. So I'm bringing in the point that this law, statutes, and commandments, the culture that we have is a heritage from the Most High God for us. And it's actually sweet to us if we follow after it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to want more and more, the scripture's actually saying. We're going to hunger, we're going to thirst, we're going to want more and more of that wisdom and understanding.
All right, all praises. So now we found out that the children of Israel is the Most High's elect. We went there for a reason, right? We went there for a reason, right? Because the elect was given the heritage, which is the law, statutes, the commandments, the wisdom of God, right? But in Jeremiah, once again, the prophecy was that they will discontinue from that heritage. They will discontinue from the law, statutes, commandments, the customs that we had pre-slavery, right? So let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and let's go to 46. I want you to read Jeremiah 17:4 again, just to lead me into that. You give me Deuteronomy 28 and 46.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Right. Now, when we read the book of Deuteronomy, we got to find out who is talking to, because your pastor will tell you that this was talking to everybody on the earth, right? We got to find out who was the book of Deuteronomy talking to, because we found out that the elect is Israel. Israel kindled a fire in the Lord's anger for going against the Lord and going away from their law, statutes, and commandments, their customs, their heritage, right? But and we're gonna get into Deuteronomy 28 in a minute, but we need to find out who the book of Deuteronomy is talking to. You got it?
Con, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side Jordan in the wilderness.
So these be the words that Moses spake unto all Israel. It didn't say there's 18 nations in the Bible. It doesn't list not one other nation but the nation of Israel. So if I write a letter and I write it to you, is it for the lady working at the store next door? No. It's for who I wrote it to. So we about to find out what was written to the children of Israel. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
Con, it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. It reads, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So there's a stipulation. If you listen to my law, statutes, and commandments, I'm going to set you on high above all nations of the earth. Let's get the caveat to that. All right, give me verse 15.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So you got two choices. You got a blessing or a curse. Blessing if you listen, a curse if you don't. We all know this, but we go here for a reason. Give me 28 and 46.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So the curses are going to be upon these people for a sign and for a wonder. What did we just read in Jeremiah 17 and 4? They will forget who they are. They will discontinue from their heritage. They won't even know who they are. So the curses of Deuteronomy is going to be a sign upon the people to show who these people are, right? So they're going to be upon you for a sign and for a wonder.
And upon thy seed forever.
And your children are going to go through it. It's not one generation. Your children are going to go through it. Your children's children is going to go through it. And it's going to be a sign as to who they are. Now, once again, who are those people who say they're the Israelites or the Jews now? Who are they? Because if they are the real Jews, they got to pass this test. Right? Is that the end on that verse? That was it on that, right? All right, boom. So now, we're going to go through a few of these curses that are supposed to be on a sign upon the Israelites, and we're going to see who this fit, and then we're going to get a realistic view of the effect of these curses in real life, right? So read Deuteronomy 28 and 15 again, and then we're going to go, I want you to read 15 and 16, and we're just going to go down the line.
Con, you want me to read 15 again?
Yep.
Con, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now we about to hear what the curses are. Let's go.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Now we all know this one, right? Cursed shall you be in the city and in the field. In every city of America, in every city outside of America, when you go to the downtrodden neighborhoods, you go to the neighborhoods where it's the prostitution, the gangbanging, the drug dealing, right? You got the check cashing place. You got the laundromat. You got the pawn shop. You got the plasma center. Who lives in those places? Is it the Chinese people? Is it the white man? Is it the East Indian who run the store next door? Did he live here? No. There's only one group of people who live in this condition in the cities. Now, picking cotton from sun up to sun up and getting your back beat in if you didn't pick enough, is that a blessing or a curse? That's a curse. Curse shall I be in the city and curse shall I be in the field.
Yeah, Khan, Salaki. And is that just here in America?
No, it's not.
Right? So it got to be something more than just, well, you know, we were slaves in this land and, you know, white people don't really like us and all that type of stuff. It got to be a little bit more than that. And that's what the brother's going into if this is a worldwide phenomenon. This is something that we can go to Brazil and see that happen. We can go to London. We can go to Japan. And wherever the diaspora was spread, that's how our people are living in those places.
Yeah, we don't mention that enough, man. It's Slocky. We don't mention that enough. We always focus on this side of the hemisphere and this side of the earth, but we're spread throughout all four corners of the earth. And I know Judah's going to get into that a little later, hopefully. Yeah, most high willing. We're spread throughout the whole earth. You want to make a pocket size? Yeah, I'm worried about you, but we got to worry about them brothers all the way in East India. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I hold it. All right, Khan. So let's go into the next curse. All right, let's go to the next curse, Deuteronomy 28 and 17. And then we're going to pull that first. We're going to pull that first source up. Go ahead and read that.
Khan. This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 17. Cursed shalt thou be, Salakia, cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
So cursed shall be your basket and your store. Your businesses will not thrive. Your businesses, that's one of the curses that was going to be upon the Israelites. Your businesses will not thrive. Who runs business in America? Let's just talk about it. Is it us? Do we rent this building from a black person? You see what I'm saying? Do those people across the street in the projects, do they rent from black people? No. You see what I'm saying? And we talking about across the line. Yo, I got Nikes on my feet right now. Is that a black-owned company? We just got sweatshirts made. I bought those from Walmart. And got a fake Jewish man, the one who put the stuff on the shirt for us. Oh, he be trying. He's low-key scared of me, though. You know what I'm saying? Right? When you go get food, who's running those companies? Right? So now, we're going to look at, really quick, we're going to look at the effect of that curse, thank you, on black people today. So let's bring that up. All right, hey, Kakari, do me a favor. Put your screen on full screen. On the bottom right, you should see that little box so you can see those. Just so y'all can see it when we get these TVs, y'all can see everything. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all can see the screen, Kakari, just move to the side a little. Move to that side so everybody can see it. You know what I mean? And we're looking at employersforequity.org, right? And something that I seen stuck out. Right, we're gonna pull that up on the screen in just a second. Give me 1 second. All right. No. Mm-mm.
Read the verse again.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 17. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
All right, so this, and then zoom into like 200 if you can. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. We're going to see how our businesses do not thrive in America, right? All right. Now, we're looking at employersforequity.org. I'm going to get Aharon to read this for me. Right? I want you to read Spotlight, and I want you to read under that.
All right. It says 20% of all new businesses in the U.S. fail in their first year. By comparison, 80% of Black-owned businesses fail in their first 12 to 18 months.
Read that one more time from the top.
20% of all new businesses in the U.S. fail in their first year.
20% of all new businesses, all, not just ours, 20% of all businesses fail in America in the first year. When I first got into business, that's the first thing I heard. Well, you know, business closed in the first 365 days. My first business, I ain't gonna hold you. It was over. I ain't do my stuff right. You know what I mean? Spending all the money, not paying taxes. Shalom, sisters. How y'all doing? All right. Twins just walked in the building. Right. All praises for that. All right. So 20% of all businesses fail in America. Black, Hispanic, white, Asian, whatever, African, 20% of all businesses fail in America in the first year. But watch this. Read that.
God. By comparison, 80% of Black-owned businesses fail in their first 12 to 18 months.
So out of the 20% of all businesses that fail, 80% of Black-owned businesses fail in the first year. In the first 12 to 18 months. Keep going.
That's crazy. And 4% of Black-owned businesses make it past the startup stage.
4% make it past the startup stage.
Damn.
Meaning you go to your local accountant or you go on the Secretary of State website, you pull up everything you need to pull up, you get your LLC stuff going, and then you never do nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
You just don't have no capital or you something. You can't
Right.
get something.
That's great. That means if you have a successful business that you're running and you are operating and staying in operation, you are of that 4%.
You are of that 4%.
That's crazy. I didn't even know the number was that crazy.
Right? Yeah. Now, let's scroll down just a little bit. Yeah, let's read number 1.
Due to systematic inequities, due to systematic inequities, Black business owners often have lower credit, lower net worth, and lack the assets needed to support institutional loan applications or funding requests.
Now, I want you to, cause keep reading. We got to read that. Keep reading.
In the United States, the average Black and Hispanic or Latino, a household earns about half as much as the average white household.
Is that a blessing or a curse?
That's a curse.
Okay, go ahead.
According to the Federal Reserve in 2019, the median net worth of white families was $188,200. What was that? 7.8 times that of their Black peers.
So in 2019, the median net worth was 7.8 times. White people's net worth was 7.8 times Black people's net worth. Do you know how much that is? That's a lot. That's crazy. Keep going.
Let's read it again and compare. The net worth of white families was $188,200,000, basically. $188,200. That's 7.8 times of that of their Black peers at $24,100. That's a crazy difference.
That's ridiculous.
Hey, and Salakia, what does that number tell you too? That number tells you that a lot of us don't own houses, right? Because 24,000. If your net worth is 24,000, the house costs how much?
Way.
So that means that, and that goes in the redlining and a lot of things that we done brought out. When they was redlining us, that directly affected the amount of wealth that we could grow.
That's facts.
Hey, Sister El said we need the Israelite yellow pages. We actually have one. We actually have one. We're going to holler at Elder Zaquan because they're supposed to be coming up here for dedication. Speaking of that, December 26th, right here at the school dedication, be here. All right, but Elder Zaquan has access to all the Israelite-owned businesses on a he pretty much has it on a spreadsheet. We got Israelite magazines, we got all of that.
Hey, Salakia.
Go ahead.
I was gonna make a point though. He was talking about the net worth and like how much the average black household make, but that affects business because on the other side, you got to charge more for your products because you trying to catch up. Really, you really trying to catch up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we always had that problem in our community where somebody got a business, they selling something, but they charging crazy rate like $50 for a ring, $50 for a T-shirt you could have got made at the mall. But you gotta think, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we playing catch up. We trying to keep up with everybody else. We trying to make up for all that lost time, make up for things that was taken away from us. So when you see somebody selling a shirt, it might be overpriced. You may
a lot of times the suppliers that give the lowest rates have minimums. And when you can't meet that minimum, you have to charge more. Because you buying T-shirts from Walmart when you first start off for $12 a pop, and then you got to put whatever you're going to put on top of it. And don't let you be an Israelite and got to put fringes on it. Yo. And that's with you not getting paid for your labor putting fringes on. Let's be real. Right? But that is a direct reflection of what he's about to read right now. Read that.
Black and Latino, a business owners disproportionately rely on personal and family savings.
Black and Latino or Latina. That's what that is.
Latino or Latina.
Yeah.
Business owners disproportionately rely on personal and family savings, credit cards, and other sources of capital to start their businesses.
Now, I know we got a couple entrepreneurs in here. How many of you started off with funds from SBA? Oh, wait. How many started off with funds out of their pocket? 2 hands. Right? To this day. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I looked on my business account and I be knowing what I be doing. And they still say you are not qualified for a loan. How? How? They don't even make sense. How? You know what I'm saying? Like, I be thinking about that all the time. How do I not qualify for a business loan with y'all? That don't make sense. As long as I've been running, that don't make sense. But that we disproportionately rely on personal and family savings to start up our businesses. Right? Let's read number 2.
Black-owned business receive less institutional funding. According to the Federal Reserve, 80.2% of white businesses, business owners, receive at least a percentage of the funding they request from a bank, compared to 66.4% of black and minority business owners.
Right? Read that one more time, Salah.
According to the Federal Reserve, 80.2% of white business owners receive at least a percentage of the funding they request from a bank, compared to 66.4% of black and minority business owners.
So 24% less of black and minority business owners receive funding that they ask for from the bank. Right? Hey, listen, you got to come with all your forms, your tax records, all of that. You can have all of that. You still can get a no. Right? Keep going.
Black-owned businesses are less than half as likely as white-owned firms to be fully approved for loans. This is true even for applicants categorized as low risk. The average loan size for small white-owned businesses is more than $30,000, higher than for small black and minority-owned businesses.
That's a problem. Curse be your basket in your store. Your businesses will not thrive. Right? Go ahead.
Hey, I was gonna make a point. We can kind of look at that. I wouldn't necessarily say we could look at it as a good thing, but it's kind of like a wake-up call because we talk about the civil rights movement and everything and how, we wanted to join in with these people so badly. We wanted to, join into their society, join into their system so badly, but then they turn around and turned on us. You know what I'm saying? They put us at a disadvantage and they purposefully put us in positions to where we can't receive the proper funding. We can't open businesses like we want to. That should be a wake-up call to our community to start, trying to fund our businesses ourselves. you know, instead of trying to go to these people that we know don't have our best interests at heart, and trying to go through the credit system and getting loans and things. You know, it should be, you know, more focused on building those community-based businesses without having outside help from the other nations. Because I mean, it's telling you right there, you know what I'm saying, they already, you know what I'm saying, trying to put you at a disadvantage. So you should take that as a wake-up call and try to push more of community building as far as businesses go.
So we're gonna get a couple precepts. We're gonna go to the next curse. Go ahead.
This is the book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. Hey, this is what's happening to us in society. If you can't see these scriptures coming to life in the society we dealing with today, there's a problem. Y'all think got something else to add to that?
Yeah, Con, one more. Lamentations, right after Jeremiah, Lamentations chapter 5 and verse 4. And it says, we have drunken our water for money, and our wood is sold unto us. You see that? So we literally are in a situation where we have to pay for water. Right? You think the people in the ancient world was paying for water? They was paying for lights? No. They lit a candle and they was good. Right? We paying for water. We paying for things that the Most High provided on this earth. And now it's saying as well, our wood is sold unto us. Before you just go cut down a tree, try to cut down a tree. See what happened. We went camping. It's regulations at the park. Yo, don't cut our trees down. You see what I'm saying? Then they charge you $8 for a bundle of wood. So this is the situation we find ourselves in.
All right, bet. Next curse, Deuteronomy 28 and 32. We know 15 through 68 is all the curses. We don't have to go through all of them. All right, for the sisters that just came in, the title of the class is The Effect of the Curses in Real Life, the effects of the curses of Deuteronomy 28, because oftentimes we forget that we still up under these things right now. So now we have to read up on this history to see how they are affecting us today. So let's read Deuteronomy 28 and verse 32.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long.
My bad. It was definitely 33. Let's read 33.
Verse 33.
And 34.
And 34. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
So the fruit of your land and all your labors, the stuff that you work for, your parents work for, your grandma, your great grandma, that they passed down, another nation is going to eat up. Manifest destiny. What's the other one? When they could just take your stuff, your land. Christopher Columbus will call it discovery. Let me stop. Right. But manifest destiny is pretty much when they say, yo, we need this land, we're about to build a railroad. Here's what we think you deserve for it. That's it. Whereas if they sold that same land, it could be 5.8 million. But we'd say it's 28,280,000. Here, you either take it or you don't, but this railroad coming. You know what I'm saying? It's happening. Read that again.
The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always, so that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see.
So let's pull this next article up. Let's pull this next article up. All right, it's called A Brief History of Discrimination Against Black Farmers, including by the USDA. You know that nice sign that's on your steak from Walmart? So let's read some of this. All right, let's start from the top. The eminent domain. Thank you, Sister L.
The water.
Eminent domain. Yeah, there we go.
Take your stuff.
There we go.
All right. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, the USDA, has acknowledged its extensive history of discrimination directed at Black farmers and other marginalized groups. This discrimination has manifested itself in denying farmers access to low interest loans, subsidy payments, grant programs, and other forms of assistance. Black farmers have been subject to other systematic barriers, such as longer processing times for operation loan applications and higher loan default rates.
Stop. We've been talking about land for the past couple of weeks.
We had a
And I've been
conversation today about land.
we did. Yo, I was thinking about this, right? Because the land I told you about today, it said pending. That means somebody's in the process of buying it, right? But what I want somebody in the crowd, Kakaria, you got the mic. You know what I'm saying? Turn that mic on real quick. I want somebody, just raise your hand. I'm gonna pick somebody. Somebody in the crowd. It says that Black farmers have been subject to other systematic barriers such as longer processing times for loan applications. Why would that be? Don't blurt it out. Somebody raise your hand. Why would it take longer? What's the point of them taking longer to process Black people's loans for farming applications? Let's think about this. Yeah.
Hello. You said why would it take longer? Because they don't want us to have it, so they want to
You
make
gotta do
sure.
it like this. These
Oh,
mics
sorry.
ain't that good.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
What was the question? Because now you know.
Why would it take longer for Black farmers' loan applications to go through?
Because they don't want you to have it. They don't want us to have it.
They don't want us to have it, but that's true. But what's the other side to it? They don't want us to have it because what? She got it. Let's see.
They might have like waiting for like not Black people to get it. So like if you're waiting longer, right? They're looking for better applicants.
That's the point, right? Both of those are the points. Both of those are the points. They don't want us to have it, but the real point is because they want that white applicant to come in and get it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to acquire that land.
Right.
You see?
Hey, that's right. And think about the permit process, right? So Umar Johnson talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
He'll put in for a permit. The city will sit on his permit. Then he has a certain amount of time to file certain paperwork. The cutoff date coming, I need my permit. You sitting on my permit, it's the exact same situation. So when people are applying for loans, they may hold your paperwork. They may be waiting on another applicant, but you might really be the only qualified applicant. They're going to sit on it and wait until other things expire, and it throws your process off.
There you go. You could be highly qualified. And going back to why I'm sitting here, my credit might not be the best in the world. Okay? But money talk. Money talk. You see what I'm saying? So you might be more qualified. The person with less credit, with better credit, might have a way slower flow of income. But they're gonna like, hey, yo, listen, you need to do this, you need to do that, and then you'll get this. We're gonna wait on it for you. And that's what I think they're doing. That's what I think they're doing. Right? So we're gonna finish that, and there's a dagger in here that is crazy.
But you know, Salakia, also the stats that you brought up earlier works with these stats too. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we default on businesses don't work out more than most of the other businesses.
This is a business.
Because this is their conspiracy.
There you go.
Let's go back into it. Many experienced tremendous.
Now, let's start back at Black. We got to finish the rest of that.
All right, Black farmers have been subject to other systematic barriers such as longer processing times for operation loan applications and higher loan default rates, and they have been denied access to information and resources.
So one of the things we plan on doing in this community is bringing out resources and information that the school system that educates these Black men, women, and children that live in this neighborhood who's never left this neighborhood will not experience at school. Because it's not by accident that your school books are 20 years old. Me and my pops went to the same high school. He said it was happening when he graduated in 80. When he got the book, he had to take tape and bind it together because his books were so old over there. And when I got to school, I started school in 07, high school. You know what I'm saying? Them books was from like 2002. But Charles B. Aycock, they had new books every year. Why is that? right? So this is not nothing that, this is by design. This is not nothing that's like a coincidence, right? Let's keep going.
I know. All right, kind of.
No, you got something, bring it out.
I was gonna say, what's the basis of keeping an army or keeping a civilization going? Anybody? I don't even want to. I'm gonna just say it. Agriculture, farming. You got to feed the people. And if we can't start there, because they took that away from us after slavery, right? They started the Industrial Revolution, and they removed us out of those fertile lands into the North and the Midwest, and put us in the cities and called them projects. You know what I'm saying? If we don't have that, how do we ever nation build? All right, let's get back.
It's the rat race. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what the project is.
Project.
That's what the project is. Many experienced tremendous economic loss and lost their land as a result.
Mm-hmm.
This discrimination has been deeply rooted in the history of the country's agricultural and financial institutions, from the post-Civil War era and continuing through the 20th and 21st centuries.
Now, it said many experienced tremendous economic loss, right, as a result, and lost their land. Let's go into the crazy numbers that it said how much land we lost, right? So let's go down. I'm gonna find it real quick. All right, so we're gonna go under how federal inaction chipped away at Black progress. All right, and we're gonna go down to the 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th paragraph. Start at between.
Between 1910 and 1997.
Stop. I know y'all children gonna be like, 1997, that's a long time ago, because y'all young. But raise your hand if you was born before. Oh, wait. Raise your hand if you was born before 97. If you was born before 97, raise your hand.
What if he was born within 10 years of 97?
Yeah, raise your hand if you was born within 10 years of 97. You was born after 97? Hey, got me feeling ancient. It's crazy, right? So the majority, this was happening in your time. I'm just trying to make that a thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put that in. Some of us were either adults or children while this was going on. Read it again.
Between 1910 and 1997, Black farmers lost approximately 90% of their 19 million acres of land.
Yo.
Wow.
90% of 19 million acres Black people lost. Now, how does this directly affect you? Watch this. The food that came out of the ground, you used to eat that and then sell it to feed your family. The animals that you used to have on that land, you used to eat the animals and then clothe yourself if you wanted to with the leather that came from the cow or the hide from the sheep, whatever. It was multiple. It wasn't just like, you know what I'm saying? People just look at it as food and that was it. It was food, clothing. It was an economic system because you could sell it to other people. And we lost 19 million acres. 19 million. Keep reading. Start from the top. You can start from the top.
Hey, I want to say something real quick, right? We're not even talking about the Native Americans.
Oh, no, we're not, but we're going to. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm about to say.
We're going to.
Yeah, listen, because this fit them too. And this is how they fit the curses. All right, between 1910 and 1997, Black farmers lost approximately 90% of their 19 million acres of land, decimating the number of Black-owned farms by more than 95%. From 925,000 in 1920 to a meager 45,000 by 1975.
45,000, bro, from 19 million.
No, we went from 925,000 in 1920. So we lost a lot in the first couple of years.
We lost 18 million acres of land in a year. Read that again. We got to read it again. Read the precept again. Because we got to remind people, and can you put it on the screen too? 10 years. 10 years, my bad. Put it on Deuteronomy 28 and 33 and overview. Just bring it up then. Yeah, con. Read it again.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always.
Yo, 10 years, you lose 18 million acres, yo.
Read Knox.
Knox said the U.S. government stole 80 acres of my great-grandfather's land and gifted it to the state of Arkansas. He told us about that. He told us about that.
That's how this is real. The curses are real.
You don't even never think you'll know somebody who actually, can attest to, you know what I mean? Right? So let's keep going. Keep going.
I'm going to read it one more time. The number of black-owned farms by more than 95% from 925,000 in 1920 to a meager 45,000 by 1975. The compounded value of black land lost in the 20th century has been estimated to be roughly 326 billion with a B. Billion. Want to comment on that?
Read it one more time. It said the
compounded value of the black land lost in the 20th century has been estimated to be roughly 326 billion.
$326 billion of land was taken from our ancestors in a 87-year time frame. We wondering why our economics is not the way everybody else's is. This is by design. We're gonna read that in Psalms a little later. I probably should have started with that, right? But we're gonna read that. Read verse 34 because this is the result. If you reading these curses and then you reading the statistics that we don't put out, these white people putting out this stuff, and you not mad, something's wrong with you. Read that. Verse 34.
Verse 34. So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see.
You gonna be mad at the sight of your eye? You don't think your great-great-grandfather was upset at this? Right? You don't think these people was upset at this? Right? So we're gonna get a couple of precepts. We're gonna move to the next curse. I thought this class was gonna be fairly short. But yeah, this is of course it's against your religion for a class to be short. Go ahead, get your precept.
All right, I'm in the book of Nehemiah. I want to bring this out. The book of Nehemiah, chapter 9. And I want to read 36 and 37. I think that's what I want. I could read more than that, but I think I'm going to try to hit to the point. We there? The book of Nehemiah, chapter 9 and verse 36. Behold, we are servants this day, and for the land that thou gavest unto our fathers to eat the fruit thereof, and the good thereof, behold, we are servants in it. And it yielded much increase unto the kings whom thou hast set over us because of our sins. Also, they have dominion over our bodies and over our cattle at their pleasure, and we are in great distress. They literally are in control over us. The Most High has given us the world in our hands. The whole world was made for our sakes. But because of our sins and iniquities, because of these curses that are on us, we have to literally give it over to these kings. And who are these kings that we're looking at? These presidents, these governors, these people in position and power with finances, are bankers. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people finance the slave trade. The same people we giving everything over to, and we giving our power over to them each and every day.
You said you got a precept? All right, Colin. We're gonna move on. Next curse. Can we do Deuteronomy 28? Let's read. Nope. Actually, no. We're gonna pull. Give me the one. Give me just because we skipped over. Let's go to 31. Read verse 31 and bring that. Let's bring that out because he said we ain't touched on the Native Americans yet. Because people thinking only black people are the chosen, but here's a curse that directly reflects the Native Americans. Before Christopher Columbus discovered it. All right. You got something to say? Yeah, bring it out.
Oh, no, I was just thinking about it, but it said that 325 or $28 billion was stole, basically, which is so crazy. And like, if you look at people like Elon Musk, they have like $330 billion. Like, roughly the same amount, and that's one rich person.
That's one
Thinking
person.
about Steve Jobs and Jeff Bezos and all the other rich people that just died, and their money just got passed to random CEOs. Like that's just a percentage of all the money they have. Yeah,
Yep.
it's very crazy.
And we talking about 300-something billion, 326 billion back then.
Hey, that's also why when we say that we built this place in more ways than one. Not only did we build it while we were slaves, right? We built it with our actual labor, but then when they stole our resources, they used that to build this place.
Right.
Then they killed you and grinded your bones up in the oil and put that in their chariots, man.
That's
like
crazy.
These are the type of things that these people did. So we built this place in more ways than one. Like it's
Right.
crazy.
Now let's bring that ad up. Read that precept 31.
Verse 31. Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies, and thou shalt have none to rescue them.
Right, man. So the Native Americans, this actually happened to them. It's called the Buffalo Massacre of 1873. All right, if you look on the screen, you see a white man on a pile, a mountain, that's the better word, a mountain of bison skulls. Now, there is a quote. I'm going to find it really quick, right? I'm actually, Jonathan, I'm about to pull this, right? I'm about to find it. This quote that we had read this a while ago. Boom. I want you to pull this link up. This is the link that we've been looking at for years. Right? Pull this one up. Now, if you telling me these people ain't the damn devil for saying this, for this plan that they had for killing these people, and you don't think this is a curse, something's wrong with you. All right? Let's scroll in a little bit. Let's blow that up a little bit, Jonathan. And we want the words at the top. All right. Boom. Read that for me, Jonathan, Baba Kashar.
Khan. Kill every buffalo you can. Every buffalo dead is an Indian gone.
That is a devil. That's a damn devil. Kill every buffalo you can. First of all, why would you just kill every buffalo for no reason? But the point was, every buffalo dead is an Indian gone. Because the buffalo was the food, the buffalo was the clothing, the tusk was used for something else. Go ahead, bring it out.
Actually made like huts and like teepees with the
hide
skin,
with the
hide
skin.
of buffalo, yeah.
So you did one thing with the fur, another thing with the skin, another thing with the husk, and you ate the daggone the meat that came from the bison.
Then the people who destroyed you, they came out with companies where now they sell leather shoes. And you know how like they used to, the Native Americans used to make leather shoes and stuff. Now you got white companies who make those same things, and once again getting rich off of something that they stole.
There's a baseball glove
Talking
called the
about
tomahawk.
What is it? The moccasins, the Minnetonka ones. Yeah. I was gonna say, and then after this, then you get Thanksgiving. So that's what they did.
Right, they had Thanksgiving after that. He just said that there's a baseball glove. It's like one of the best gloves out called the tomahawk. I'm wondering who owned that. It's not us. It's not us. Them white kids be having them gloves. Oh, I'm so sick of that. That's why y'all got to donate. We can get better microphones. Right? Now, that sounded like a pastor just then. All right. So we see that. Let's go back to that picture. We see a white man on a mountain of buffalo skulls just for the fact of wiping out a population of people. All right. So we can go to the next one now. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 43. I'm not trying to, like the pastor said, I ain't trying to be before you long. Pause. But yeah.
Hey, this is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 43. The stranger that is within thee, Salaki, that is within thee, shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Right. So he's going to lend to you. You're going to be the borrower, and you're not going to be the lender. Now, this is the website you told me about. Remember, I was about to buy that crib? And your rib told me to go on bankrate.com. We about to go on bankrate.com. Pull that next one up for me. All right, we're gonna look at some things. Yeah, we can start there. I want you to read this. We're gonna state it. Well, you know what? Let's read some. Let's see. Where's it at? Yeah, we're gonna read starting from right there. And then we're gonna go back up to that table of contents under banks. Right there. Yep, blow that up for us.
All right, Con. There are over 4,000 FDIC insured banks, but less than 1% of them are black owned.
So out of 4,000 FDIC insured banks, and these are chain banks, so it ain't like, you know, there might be 1,000 banks in the city of Greensboro. Who knows? I mean, well, North Carolina, let's put it like that. All right, but you know, there's a lot of chains. They just open up franchises everywhere. But out of the 4,000 FDIC insured banks, less than 1% are black owned. Go ahead.
The number of black owned banks has been declining over the years. The oldest black owned bank still in business is Citizens Savings Bank and Trust Company, established in 1904.
All right, now let's go back up and see if I want something from out of there. Let's go to key statistics about black owned banks.
Percentage of U.S. banks that are black owned, less than 1%. Percentage of U.S. credit unions that are black owned, 7.5%. States where most black owned banks are headquartered: Alabama, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and the District of Washington, D.C. Each have 2 black owned banks based within their borders.
That's ridiculous.
States where most black owned banks are headquartered: Alabama, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and the District of Washington, D.C. Each have 2 black owned banks based within their borders.
You got 2? Like, yo, come on. And to the point that Karatazar brought out earlier. When I tried to open a business account, and when I first started in business, I ain't really have a lot of bread. Yo, they was like, yo, you got to start off with $3,000 to open up an account here. I'm not going to say the bank because it's black owned. I'm not even going to say the bank. But I had to go to a bank ran by Edomites because they only require like a band. Have 3 bands to open up a bank account. You see what I'm saying? And I'm sure the interest rate on your savings is less. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep going in that. Since 2001.
Since 2001, the number of black-owned banks has declined over 50%.
Now watch this next one. For all of us who's trying to buy a house, watch this next one.
Despite the focus on lending to black borrowers, black-owned bank account for less than 1% of all mortgage lending to black borrowers.
Bruh, black-owned banks account for less than 1% of all mortgage lending to black borrowers. So where's the other 99% going? And so if they're not giving you money from those black banks, who are they giving it to?
They falling right in line with the rest of the system, and they're probably saying, I gotta go with the less risky loan.
Right.
And the less risky loan is gonna be who? The other nations. That's crazy.
And that go back to what I said earlier. Our people, we doing everything. We trying to play keep up, catch up. We trying to survive, and you know, it causes us to have to do things that might not be appealing to the community that we in. You feel me?
You can come from Africa, Uganda, and get a loan quicker than if you've been here your whole
You can
life.
come from Saturn and get a loan quicker than us.
Yo,
Right.
them Middle Eastern people, they buy a whole gas station.
Facts.
You
Facts.
know what I'm saying?
Facts. Right? So let's go to the next curse. All right, we got two more. Nah, we're gonna move on. All right, let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 54. This is the curse that all of us heard, and we knew this was us.
This is the book of Deuteronomy.
Let's let them get there real quick. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 54.
Good.
All right. Oh shit. That's crazy.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Read that one more time.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
So, Israelite can remember, who is this talking to? The children of Israel. The children of Israel will the men will have an evil eye towards their brother. That's black on black crime. That's the murder rate being so high in our community coming from the hands of another black man. Then it said that he will have an evil eye towards his woman, and then he will have an evil eye towards his children, and he's going to leave the children. That is a sign upon the Israelites that you will have crime amongst your community, right? Friendly fire amongst you two. Then you and your wife relationship won't work. Then you will leave your children. So let's pull this on the screen. All right, let's pull this on the screen. This, let me see. Now we're looking at a chart of single parent households in America. And we're just gonna look at all the different race groups. All right. And we're gonna go down to the most recent year they have down, which is 2022. So American Indian, right? American Indian households accounted for 50%. They had 50% of their households are single parent households. Asian and Pacific Islanders, 16%. Black or African American households, 63%. As recent as 2022, single parent households. Now let's look at the number though, because the American Indian, the number was 367,000 households. Our households, 5,608. 5,608,000, excuse me. 5,608,000 households in the U.S. are supposed to be single parent. All right?
Who's the next? Yeah, that's crazy.
And the next highest, or not even this high, their number is higher, but their percentage is lower. Hispanic brothers and sisters, 7,430,000 households, single parent. They accounted for 42%. White people, 24%. Now you will say, well, look at that number. They higher than everybody because they're the majority in this country. 7,430,000.
That's not too much higher than the so-called Hispanics.
7,749,000. Excuse me.
Right, and comparatively, the so-called white man is the majority, right? And
Right.
the Hispanic is a growing minority, but the Hispanic is only like 20-30% of the U.S. population,
and we're 14%.
and we 14%. So we have in the millions. Is crazy.
Right.
That's crazy.
For us to only account for 14% of the U.S. population, and we're only 1 million and some change up under them in households is crazy, right? So, next link. Just wanted to show that. We're gonna go to the next link. Remember, the next link. One of the curses is that the man will leave his children. So you see that at an alarming rate in America, right? Now, let's look at the divorce rate, because let's read that verse again just so we can get it.
Verse 54 from the top. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Right. So your marriages won't work. That's another curse that was put on the Israelites. We about to find this really quick. All right, because we about to look at these African American divorce rates. Right? Let's find it. Yeah, 56 does too. All right, let me find it real. See, every time that happens, that is a call for a donation. You know, the best nation is a donation. That's what they be saying. Yo, I gotta find it. Yo, y'all tripping. All right, boom. All right, so now we ain't trying to look at we trying to look at the overall thing. Y'all bear with me for 1 second. I gotta find this.
Hey, listen.
Go ahead.
Some people don't realize, man. We've been getting into a lot of numbers lately, a lot of stats to kind of show you what's going on. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. You know, men lie, women lie, everybody lie. But when we get into the numbers, man, it's hard to just prove what we're saying. We are these people. We are who the Bible was talking about. You got to tell me who's facing these curses statistically, like we are.
All right, boom. I'm just gonna read it because I gotta find it. All right, so are children of divorce? All right, so I'm looking. It's gonna say, are children of divorce more likely to experience divorce themselves? Is right. Find it. I don't know what's up with that, bro. Yeah, let's find out.
Hey, here you go.
Got it?
I got it. I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, we're gonna go above that. We're gonna go right above that. All right, so oh no, I'm tripping. Yeah, all right. So are you there?
Yeah. About 75%
It ain't on our screen though. You pulled it up? Because I don't see it on it. Says it's still at the very top. It's still no, but it's still on the top on the YouTube. Unless I'm tripping. No, it's not. My joint was lagging. Now we need to go. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Salaki, I'm gonna say this real quick while he's looking for that. So it's everything we looking at to remind anybody who's watching, right? Everything we're looking at right now is correlating back to Deuteronomy chapter 28. So Deuteronomy 28 is saying, if you don't do these things that the Most High told you to do, then these curses will come upon you. Now, some people may say, hey, these things apply to everybody. But like Aharon was saying, when we look at the statistics, what you want me to do? Scroll up.
Right there.
Right there. Okay. So I'm going to pull it back on the screen. But when we look at these things, we see a strong correlation. And once again, these are just stats that we're finding pretty easily through Google searches. We're not going into cross comparative analysis and looking at Brazil and looking at London and all that type of stuff. We could do that as well, right? So we're just showing you that there's very strong reasoning for what we're saying here.
All right, calm. My bad, y'all. All right, so let's read what race has the highest divorce rate.
What race has the highest divorce rate? Black adults have the highest divorce rate and the lowest marriage rate. However, according to research, they also marry at later ages. 32 for men and 31 for women.
So it says that we have the highest divorce rate and the lowest marriage rate. That means if you got 10 white people, 10 black people, 10 whatever else people, while 70% of everybody else may get married, and 7 out of those 10 might get married, and maybe 1 out of those 7 might get a divorce, 3 of us gonna get married, and 2 of those 3 gonna get a divorce. That doesn't make any sense. That's not a blessing. That's a curse because that directly affects our children. Right? These are statistics that we ain't writing down. We're not keeping this, but it's directly matching up with the Bible. Now, again, I ask you, who is those people over there in Jerusalem claiming to be the people who are supposed to be under these curses? Right? Last curse, last one. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 61. Let's pull that next link up for me. 61.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 61. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, then will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
Right. Now, we're looking at the CDC, health of Black or African American non-Hispanic population. We're going to read through this really quick, and then we're going to wrap it up. Because once again, I just wanted to give a realistic lens to the curses that are supposed to be upon, some people say these curses are upon everybody. Some people say these curses are on the people in Jerusalem when they're the richest nation, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? All right, pull that link up for me. All right, we're going to look. Read that one more time.
Verse 61 in Deuteronomy 28. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, then will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
All right, now, health status of Black people. The percentage of adults 18 or older in fair or poor health was 18% of our people. That's a lot of people as of 2023, right? Obesity, percentage of men 20 or older, 38%. Percentage of women 20 or older, 55%, right? Hypertension, yeah. Hypertension, percentage of men 20 and older, 57%. Percentage of women 20 or older, 58%. It says percentage of adults 18 to 64 that live without health coverage is 10%. Right? That's a lot of people. Facts. Leading cause of death amongst us is heart disease and cancer, which goes back to the farming, which goes back to the food that we was talking about, right? So I just wanted to quickly overview those things.
Oh, I gotta hit this, right?
Go ahead, bring it up.
Black African Americans account for a higher proportion of new HIV diagnosis and people living with HIV compared to other races, ethnicities. Black African Americans accounted for 14.4% of U.S. population, but 47.9 million, but 43% of the HIV diagnosis. Y'all understand what I was saying?
That's crazy.
It's the numbers is crazy. I brought this out last week. The numbers are crazy and they don't lie. You got to tell me who these curses is on if it's not on us. Right. Tell me. You gotta prove to me.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, facts.
Hey, Salakia, we in Greensboro, man, and y'all know my fault. Hey, and y'all know, one of the most well-known HBCUs in the world, A&T. A few years back, I'm not sure how far back it went, but at one point they had the highest HIV rate for a school, across the country. So, when you think about our people in HIV, that definitely ran home. It's definitely hit close to home.
That's crazy.
That was a thing.
All right.
I was just gonna say, when you was talking about the food and stuff, I was just gonna say when you started talking about the food and stuff, it's crazy. Like back in the day, like with Thanksgiving and just all the little holidays we were keeping back then, we were thinking that those things were the food wise was like a heritage, you know what I mean? But that cooking and stuff like that is really like a curse, you know what I mean? This we continue to keep passing on to our family members and stuff. So
what's that?
Ain't even gonna lie, I still be cooking some of it, but definitely gotta change. But yeah.
What's shoot, it's a feast day. We about to eat good right now, right? But what's that movie where the grandma always had the kids around the table eating all that food, and then she died at the end?
Yeah.
So ain't nobody say, hey, y'all wonder why grandma died. You know what I'm saying? I wonder why. And it was because of the food. Hey, we all gotta. Hey, listen, we all gotta man that one. You hear me? Right now, we talked about all these curses. We put a realistic lens. We went into statistics and numbers as to why these curses fit us. I want to ask you: does these curses fit anybody else on a grand scheme? No. Yeah, you got a white man with hypertension somewhere. They like eating pig, of course. Right? Yeah, you got poor white people. Yeah, you got white people that kill white people sometimes. But if you go through all of these curses, read the last one. Let's see if this curse fits everybody. Read the last one.
Verse 68. This verse 68 in Deuteronomy 28. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now, Egypt in the Bible is synonymous with bondage. Egypt, the name was Mizraim, between a rock and a hard place. When you in slavery, is that between a rock and a hard place or not?
Yeah, for sure.
But the children of Israel was doing what in the land of Egypt? They were slaves. They walked out of Egypt. Did they walk back in? No. He said, I'm going to put you back into that condition again, but you're going to go back into that condition with what?
With ships.
Now, who's the only people you know that went into slavery on ships? Let me know. Keep going.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So when you get off the ships, you're going to be sold to your friends.
To your enemies.
The people you're supposed to be marrying and having love affairs with.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Now the people you're supposed to set kings over you.
Right.
You're supposed to vote for them so they can make policies for your neighborhood.
Don't make no sense.
Right.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
You're going to get off the ship and be sold to your enemy. Go ahead.
For bondmen.
For slave men.
And bondwomen.
And slave women.
And no man shall buy you.
No man is going to be able to redeem you out of that condition. We say this all the time. Martin Luther King tried it. What happened to him? Marcus Garvey tried it. What happened to him? Khalid Muhammad tried it. What happened to him? Malcolm X tried it. What happened to him? Fred Hampton tried it. What happened to him? Do we need to keep going?
They all died.
Thank you. Make it plain. They all are not here no more. You see what I'm saying? They all got murdered. No man's going to be able to redeem you out of this captivity. Why? Give me verse 47. This is why all these things happen. And this is what we got to continue to understand in our mind. Read that.
Verse 47 in Deuteronomy 28. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
This is why these curses came upon us. We decided we didn't want to serve the Lord. We just finished Tabernacles, right? Now, that's a commemoration of us being in the wilderness, right? What was the first thing the children of Israel started doing when they got out of the wilderness? Started murmuring, I want to go back home. I want to eat what does it say, the onions and you know what I'm saying? I want to go home, like, because you didn't serve the Lord and want all things with joyfulness. Yeah, I'm here at the feast day, but I really don't want to be here. This nigga Judah just keep saying something about it, so I'm gonna just show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is why, right? So, let's get Matthew 22 and 37. Let's see if that's what I want, because I might end it. No, I'm not. I'm gonna do another class on that. This is the whole diabolical plot. I'm gonna end it on this. This is the plot behind why these curses have a realistic lens, and we can go look at it and why this happened to us. Give me Psalm 83, and we're gonna end it there. See, people think this is by coincidence, and these people are just mean, and they just did this for no reason, and they're just like this, but they're not all like that. Let's read Psalm 83, another prophecy as to why these things happen. Psalm 83, we're going to start from the top.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, starting from the top. Keep not thou silence, O God. Y'all there? Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
So, said the God's enemies make a tumult. That's a tumultuous noise. It's like a think tank. They all coming together in one place and making a whole bunch of noise. Have anybody heard of a think tank before? Yeah. This is when the elites and people of power come together to talk about what they're going to do to you. Right. It's a meeting before the meeting. The meeting you be seeing on TV, they had a meeting before that. Yeah. right? It said they make a tumult, and the people that hate God have lifted up their head. What does that mean? They're now raising up. They're ready to do something now. Right? Go ahead.
They have taken crafty counsel against our people.
What's another word for crafty? Sneaky. Smart. Cunning. Witty. They've taken crafty counsel against God's people. Who's God's people again? The children of Israel. Right, read.
They have Salakia. They have taken crafty counsel against our people and consulted against our hidden ones.
Mm-hmm.
They have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation."
Now, what's the first thing we read? Jeremiah 17:4. We would discontinue from our heritage. But the whole plan was by a group of people saying, let's cut them off from being a nation. Go ahead.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
This is why you went from nigger to Negro to African to Afro-American to African-American in the span of 400 years. So your name can be no longer in remembrance. For some of us, up until maybe 10 years ago, we were just black. We didn't know who we were. Black is a color, and none of us are that color. The darkest brother that we know did not match his captain's shirt. You see what I'm saying? But it said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, and the name of Israel can no longer be in remembrance. So these people do not know who they are. They don't return to their daggone heritage no more because there's a result for that. Right, go ahead.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
We're just going to read the first nation.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom is your so-called white man. You don't hear white, black, Asian, Jamaican, Portuguese in the Bible. You just read their biblical names. Read the book, Who is Esau Edom? There's a white man showing you that they go back to the nation of Edom.
Right.
They're the chief people who put this whole diabolical plot together. Right? So I want y'all to remember when y'all start getting lackadaisical, you start getting out the spirit a little bit, you start forgetting why we doing what we doing, you start forgetting why we trying to come back to our heritage, why it's important to come to class, why it's important to come to the feast days, why it's important to help us with doing what we're doing in the communities. Because these curses are still happening right now. Right now. Give me Matthew 9:35, and I'm going to end on that one. You said you got a point?
You got it.
He got it.
Khan. This is the book of Matthew, starting at chapter 9 and verse 35. And Yahushua went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. And when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them, because they fainted and were scattered abroad as sheep having no shepherd.
One of the curses that we was going to be scattered to and fro from the ends of the earth. When Jesus saw the people, he was moved with compassion because they fainted. They fell from their way. So when we go into the neighborhoods and we see our people the way they are, when I see that dude outside by the sign that's sitting in the ground because he hides a kite, you know what I'm saying? When I see the little kids out here smoking weed, skipping class, we supposed to be moved with compassion because we know better. We know who we are. They don't. Right? Christ was moved with compassion. Keep going.
Then he said unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few.
Good.
Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest that he will send forth laborers into his harvest.
And sisters, y'all, the brothers ain't the only laborers. It's y'all too. Y'all laborers too. Y'all an example for the other sisters, the young sisters, right? Y'all gonna be working right alongside us, right? Because the sheep are in need of a shepherd. People need to see a better example, right? So I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna end it. Tomorrow, when we come out here, we're not here. When we come out here and we do what we do tomorrow, we're not here to be served. We're not here to sit around and look cute. We're not here to, be eating on the side and doing whatever. We're gonna do our thing, but we're here to serve. So be ready to serve tomorrow. Right, that's what we're here for. So with that, hope y'all was edified. Let's get Daniel 7 in. Oh, young sister got something. Give your sister the mic. No, you don't want no mic? Go ahead. Oh, okay. Thank you, sis. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay, go ahead. And then we're going to pull that flyer back up, too, just in case.
How we ain't even touched the new moon?
Hey, I'm sorry. We ain't touched the new moon.
Anybody know? We in the 8th month?
Yeah, we're in the 8th month. I said that at the beginning of the class.
So let me get 1 Kings 6:38.
Bring that up. All right, Captain Al-Haram's about to do a new moon lesson.
I am not. I want to preach one precept, and I want to hear the name of this month.
Into the mic so the people on YouTube can hear you.
Con.
Brother.
Hey, listen.
You got it?
This is a new moon.
It's not on.
See, this is the new moon, and sometimes we get into the scripture, we get into the spirit, we forget it. So I just want to remind our brothers and sisters that this month is named Bull.
Yep.
And let's get 1 Kings 6:38.
Con, this is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 6 and verse 38. And in the 11th year, in the month Bull, which is the 8th month, was the house finished throughout all the parts thereof, and according to all the fashion of it.
So we have to understand that this is the scripture we can go to actually find the name of this month. And we can go to many other scriptures to find many names of the month. We have to search out these scriptures and know what month we in. We're not actually in the month of November. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We're in the month of Bull. So we got to remind our people, this is part of our culture. So we got to teach the children and teach our people the name of our month.
And some of them might be thinking, yo, it's the 11th month on the calendar.
I ain't going to front, I went to 11. I said, 8 months.
Yeah, right. Right. People might say it's the 11th month on the calendar. Why it says the 8th month? Well, let's think about it. December, Deca, what is that? That's 10.
That means 10.
So why is December the 12th month?
Right.
October supposed to be 8.
And by the time we get to December, we're going to be in our 10th month. So that shows you.
So who's off?
They've been pulling some trickery. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, our first month is what, the 4th month?
Right. Right. Our first month is in the spring when everything is new. Our first month is not when everything dies and is dead. Our first month is when there's new life. You know what I'm saying? That's that crafty counsel. You got something, Kakari? All right, Con. Let's get Daniel 7:18.
Con. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. By Hashem HaMashiach Yahweh Shai.
By Hashem HaMashiach Yahweh Shai.
All right, man. We done on the House of Saints. Happy moon, new moon. We about to eat, drink, and be merry. You should have been here, but you ain't. That's crazy. Shalom.
This is not a test.
Black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, 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 black music, black music, black music, black music.